Welcome back everybody to the channel. Glad you could come and join us. Here today we got some special things. We're going to talk about our 3 stages that we went through for our truck bed sleeping arrangements and our storage. So if you like some of the topics, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and join us as we go through some more adventures. But today we're going to start with our first setup. This was our first setup when we bought our Dodge 97 Ram 2500. This is what we went with and our camping. So what we got to do today, I got my wife Jennifer. She's going to give you the women's perspective, and then I'll come in and I'll give you the good guy's perspective. So here she is. She's going to tell you what she thinks.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Adventures in the Woods. I want to talk today about how we started in our beginning, the pros and the cons, and especially for women who want to go out camping. And it's not something women always do, but it's something that would be nice for them to do with their husbands, because they really could use that fellowship out there with their wives. So when we first started, we had our sleeping bag here, and it was fairly warm and it kept us warm, but what we were feeling were these ripples right here in our bag. So to mask that, we added a bunch of comforters and blankets and things like that, which did help in a sense not feel all those ripples, but you still kind of felt them. And in the morning it was kind of like your body and your bones were aching and breaking, so we but it was nice. It was very cozy in here, very warm. And when with the flooring, it was the only way to make that comfortable was those blankets. But we noticed there's a ton of headroom up here, so it was nice for me because I could change and have the room to move around a little bit in there, versus having it where it was hardly any space. So the headroom was nice to have. And as far as like the storage containers, we bought 2 of these. There's one on this side, but there was another one on this side as well for me. And so I had my stuff here, he had his stuff there, which was nice because I had an easy access to get to certain things that I wanted for myself. So that was nice to have the storage area. But if you put 2 of them together, then our heads and our bodies were kind of going more closer together, which is nice, isn't it romantic? So it was pretty nice and cozy in here, and all his gearing and everything that he needed, the totes and the camping gear and all that stuff, were on the sides of us. And now we had us in here, me and him, and then we had our 3 dogs that were also in here with us. So we have 2 little small dogs, and then we have a husky. So they took up some room as well. But it was very nice, very comfortable, very cozy. When we went to Death Valley, everybody who had the camper top tent on their truck was feeling the wind, was feeling the cold, and all the noise of that. We felt the truck shake a little bit, but we didn't feel the cold air. We didn't feel all the wind and the breeze, and the noise was a lot lessened being in here. So we were able to sleep comfortable. We just didn't tell them that because they would have got upset. But other than that, it was pretty comfortable when we first started out. We just felt a little bit of the flooring still and a little bit of aches and pains when we woke up, but other than that, it was fine.
So yes, we did start off this way. It was pretty good. We did feel some aches and joints, but we had a lot of totes that we were taking in and out.
Right.
And we would have to set them on the floor to get the camping gear. A tote for the clothes, a tote for the pots, a tote for the cooking. It was just totes. And so what we wanted to do was eliminate it, try to make it more comfortable, figure out how we can get better padding. And we did come up with an idea. And this is how we started. The floor was good, like she mentioned. We had room to change, move around, the headroom, storage like chest totes. But I want to show you our next step, and here we go. Okay, this is our second setup. What we did is we bought a 1980s something truck bed camper or carpet kit. It's nice. We'll talk about the pros and cons and her women's perspective. and we'll talk about where our storage and totes are. So here she is with the pros and cons.
Okay. So with this setup, we were up higher, so of course this was a little bit more comfortable than the bottom flooring. It was a little bit more comfortable than that, but you could still feel it because it was like hardwood, so you could still feel it. So we still had to put the blankets and the comforters and things like that on here to try to make that comfortable. You can, as you see, the headroom is a whole lot less, so it was hard to sit up and get dressed, so that made it a little more difficult to get ready, but it was a lot, nicer. We were up higher so we could see out the windows. It was nice. With the space, we have these storage containers on the side, and it was a lot more spacious because we didn't have the totes up here with us. They were now underneath here, so that made it more nice to have our leg room and to move on the sides versus when we had our totes in here and the dogs in here. It was just us and the cramped in the middle. This made us where we can at least lay out a little bit better, and there was no totes or containers in the way. They were all tucked underneath here and into the little storage containers that we had on the side. So I have 2 storage containers on this side, and he has 2 storage containers on his side, and so we could put our stuff in there, and whatever we needed for each other was right there. So we got rid of the side containers that we did have, and these became our side containers here. So that's how this setup was.
So we did get rid of the totes. We did have more space because we don't have the wheel wells from the tires taking up some space. She mentioned that we have storage. We got 4 doors, 3 sections, sectioned off. I got my recovery gear, my rope, some fire stuff like that we need, my axe. We got one on each corner, and which made it really nice. We have more room to move around. Our totes became 2 totes. We slipped our tables under there and our 2 totes. If you check my camp setup, you'll see the 2 totes that I use for cooking, camping, and kept all my gear. This I picked up, I believe I found it on Facebook or Craigslist, and I drove off and I bought it for about 150 bucks. That's not bad for 150 bucks. We used it for a while now. We're actually selling it for like 150 bucks if somebody's interested in it. Because we did move up to stage 3, and we'll be showing you that in a little bit. So what's nice about this one is these sections come off. And I can take that one off and then load cargo, load what I want. And when I'm ready for the bed, I just pull it out, put it right back up, slide it in, and now we're ready for camping bed. So it's really nice, this setup. Like I said, both centerpieces do come out. Couple cup holders on the front for our water bottles and stuff like that. So this was a nice setup for a while. The headroom, lost some headroom. The space, totes on the bottom, bed on top, storage is on the side, so that was nice. This is a little bit padded, not a whole lot, so it did help, but not a whole lot. So we did come up with another solution, and here it is.
Okay, so we were out Christmas shopping for our grandbabies, and I happened to walk by the camping section, which is my husband's favorite section. And when we walked by, I noticed these were in the center aisle. And I literally stopped and backed up and was like, I wonder if that will fit in our truck. And I asked him, and he looked at it and he goes, you know what, I think it will. Let's get it. So we bought it for about 70 bucks at Walmart. We put it in here, and let me tell you what a difference this has made. We don't feel the board heavy anymore, so we took a little easy on our joints and hips when we got in here. It's a lot more cushion. It's padded. It's like a yoga mat.
Yoga
I think
mat,
it is.
yes.
And it was so much more comfortable. It was like sleeping on a bed, and it was nice. I recommend this over everything because for women, comfort is everything. And so this was so comfortable. So men, if you can find this at Walmart for 70 bucks and you put this in your truck and you make her comfortable, she'll want to come with you. No woman likes to be uncomfortable. So if you can try to meet some of that need, she'll be more apt to come with you. Okay?
This here, pretty cheap. What's nice, it's a tri-fold. So what we do is we make our bed and we have the blankets, the sleeping bags.
Right.
But when I want to carry extra gear and I need more space that doesn't fit under here, I fold it
We put
forward.
our ice chest here.
So I throw my ice chest here, a couple boxes of wood, we're set to go. When I get to the camp,
We take that out. And
Take
then
it out,
Put
and
this
there's
down,
my bed.
and our bed's ready.
that quick. So we've gotten our break setup time quicker, our takedown time is quicker, and we get a good night's sleep no matter where we're at. Our sleeping bag's good for 15 degrees. I
Right.
have slept in snowstorms and been comfortable as can be. 70 bucks, yoga mat. Now,
Highly recommend.
now I'm going to show you our stage 3. I am on my way to get stage 3 of my truck bed setup. I'll give you 3 guesses. The first 2 don't count. See you soon with my stage 3 setup. Here we are, stage 3 of our truck bed setup. So here we go. We had the other 2. This is 3. What we have now is the new deck system. We thought we'd get rid of tote 1 and tote 2, so no more totes. Okay? Bye-bye, totes.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
We had these under the bed, which was pretty good. It worked out great, but you know something? This is nice. We don't have to take any totes out no more.
Thank God.
There's a lot of videos on these deck systems. You know, each drawer holds 200 pounds, 2,000 pounds on top. It's a nice platform. We're going to go ahead and replace this with some really good carpet all the way to end. We'll put some padding. We'll throw some more lighting. So it's going to be nice and good. So now she's going to go through what we have inside our drawers, and we actually still have space to put more stuff. So here she goes with the pros and cons.
Hi, everybody. Okay, so I'm loving the fact that we don't have to deal with these totes anymore. The thing with the totes was the cover didn't always fit correctly, and so sometimes the dirt and the elements would get in there because we didn't have a way of covering it very well with the bulky items like pots and pans and things. With these, they fit just nicely, just perfect. And I want to show you something, ladies. Easy, easy, easy to pull out. No struggle. Women hate to struggle doing anything. So easy pull outs, make it nice. So here we go. All the way out. That's how easy. Locks in place. We've got tools and necessities, recovery gear, all that stuff back here for emergencies. Our buddy heaters right here. Little necessities that my husband needs right here. Our propane bottles, our fire extinguisher right here. Battery and fire starters, all the stuff that we need to start camp, all right in one place on this side here. And then easy, let go, locks in place. Here, same thing, pull it out. It's easy when you don't get stuck on stuff. There we go. Pull that right out. Stove back here. Plates right here. Coffee pot, which got stuck right now, so we'll have to adjust that one. Paper towels. Utensils. Plates. Cutting board. Seasonings. Coffee. Necessity in life. Coffee. Fire stick starters. Can opener. All kinds of stuff that we need for the kitchen. All right here. One spot. Covered up so nothing gets in. No dirt. No grime. Nothing. Slide it right back into place. That easy. What made it hard before was those totes can get heavy. They were a pain in the butt. The lids would pop off, especially if you're in a windy element. The wind would go take off and you'd have to go chase after it. So it became a hassle. No problems here whatsoever. So loving this. Same kind of headroom seems like. I'm not sure if we had less or more now.
I think we got more.
Seems like it looks like it's a little bit
2
more
inches
spacious,
more, I think.
which makes it nice. So I'm liking the headspace. Still have plenty of space now because we don't have to carry as much up here. It's all back in here. So liking that. And then we have our storage. We still did not lose our storage. It is right here on the sides. And I'm not tall enough, he is. But pop it off like that, storage right there. Again, storage. Very easy, very nice. There's one here, one up front, one down here, and another one on front on his side. So we still get our 2 containers on each side, one on the front, one towards the back, and really nice, convenient. So much better than the other things. I feel like we went from the 80s now into the 2000s. So we're doing really good and loving the new system.
When we went to this system, when we first bought the Dodge Ram 97 Dodge Ram full size, I had spent 30 years rock crawling in Jeeps up and down California mountains, all over them. So I was always in a Jeep setup, small tent, everything cramped. When I went over to the Dodge, I wasn't sure what I wanted, so I wasn't sure where to start. So we started with stage 1. As we begin to overland more and begin to meet more people, we begin to get more ideas. So we went to stage 2. As we traveled more across the deserts, Mojave, Death Valley, things like that, we started coming across more ideas. That's how we came across the deck system, and now I think this is our final stage. I think we're just going to get all comfortable, get the right padding, memory foam. We're going to go all out.
Nice bedding.
We have a tablet that sticks to the top, so we get to watch TV at night if we want to watch a movie. We've got some lighting that we're going to redo. So this works out pretty good. So now that we know what we want, that's what I like you guys to do. If you're not sure what you want, just start off with whatever you've got. It doesn't have to be fancy. Like I say, if you want to go all superstar, and because you know what you want, go for it. If you got the resources, go for it. We had the resources, just didn't have an idea what we wanted. So it took us a few years to bounce a couple ideas, kick a couple tires, kick a couple totes, and now we know what we want, so we went all out. So we're really happy with this one. Again, if there's a lot of videos out there on deck system, feel free to look at those. This is our stage 3. This is our final stage. I think we're going to be happy with this one.
We have not slept in it yet, so I can't give you a review on that. But from what I can see, if we still have our padding up here, we'll still be very comfortable. So I think it's going to be just fine. We just haven't done the first night to give you that review yet, but that will come up ahead.
The padding is going back in. After we're going to put some new carpet, like I said, we'll put some more padding. We may even go to a bigger padding, and we'll see with that. But definitely going to keep the padding. So again, if you like this videos, click that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let us know in the comments.
Yes,
and
give us a shout out.
We'll throw some more videos out there later. Thank you, and thank you for joining Adventures in the Woods. Welcome back to the channel. Yesterday we did our stage 3 truck bed setup. And if you noticed something, some of you might have caught it, some of you didn't, but I'm back today to show you what I did wrong. In the excitement of our 3 stage, we just started loading things up to see where things would go, how they fit. This is definitely going to take us about a month or so to reorganize, restack, refit as we go through. But if you notice something I did wrong, I'm going to show you right now. And I hope you guys don't do it. So let's take a look at what I did wrong. Don't bury the fire extinguisher. Okay? Don't cover the fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher should be somewhere where it's easily accessible in case of emergency. I buried mine because I wanted to see what fit. We put everything in there, but it's not going to stay there. I just put it there temporarily. And our other setup, I had it set up over there in the back where we can get to it easy. But like I said, it's just right here just to see where it fits, so that's not where it's going to stay. And if you notice, my fire extinguisher is a little different than everybody else's. Not your typical fire extinguisher. This one belongs to in my office. I have a 1,500 square foot office. It happened to be one of our extra ones, so I brought it with us because I'll do anything to prevent a forest fire. So water, fire extinguisher, and I do need to get this one recharged. But don't hide your fire extinguishers. Make sure they're easy accessible. Again, we're just stacking, trying to figure out what fits, what don't. Another thing we don't want to hide, first aid kit. You know, keep those accessible as well. This one probably looks a little different. Funny, this fire extinguisher or this first aid kit. It's not your typical first aid box. A good old Makita toolbox for the cordless drill. Took out the cordless, painted it, threw some stickers on it, threw a whole bunch of stuff inside it. And if you want it readily accessible, easy to grab. Hope you caught that. Again, hope you enjoy the stage 3. We're going to keep going through. It's going to take us a few months, like I said, to restack, reorganize, but we fit a lot of stuff in it and we are happy with it. Thank you for joining our Adventures in the Woods video. Again, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Have any comments? Leave them in the comments. We'll surely read them. Thank you.